All right, how are y'all doing tonight? Yeah! All right, all right. Give a round of applause for my parents for hosting this space tonight. Yeah, hell yeah, thanks for all for coming out. All right, couple things. You need to use the pisser or the pooper. It's back there. All right? Please use it back there. Don't go anywhere else, please. All right? And also suggested donations for all the performers. We're asking for $5 or more. There is a tip jar back there, and there is a Venmo thing with my username on it. All right, so thank you for coming on out. This is a great start to the summer. Woo! Yes, thank you. Yes, so I haven't really actually, this is my first time hosting a big event like this. I usually just go and perform in comedy places and open mics and shows. So I am an anxious person, I'm a nervous person. So I do get a little nervous, but someone once told me to replace the word nervous with excited when you're talking about something. So I told people, yeah, I'm going to an airport next week and I'm excited. Yeah, or I'm going to an open casket funeral next week and I'm excited. I know, yeah, Catholic funerals, they're great. They're like, boo, grandma. Or I'm getting an enema next week and I'm excited. I know, sounds like shit. Okay. Another thing about me being nervous. Yeah, no, currently my job, I work at a library, but before that, I used to work at an assisted living facility for the blind and visually impaired. I worked at a cafeteria. And yeah, the thing about that, when I was doing that, a blind man told me I needed to smile more. I know, that was messed up. That actually happened. Yeah, I came back. I came back the next day, and he was like, "Oh, I'm glad to see a smile on that face." And I'm like, "See? What the fuck? Do that?" I'm like, "I didn't see that coming. Neither did he." Oh my God! Oh Jesus. Yeah, even though I get a little nervous, you know, I am a big fan of horror movies. Yeah, anybody else a fan of horror movies? Woo! Yeah, anybody got a favorite?
Oh.
Blair Witch Project.
Hell yeah! That one made me motion sickness. Gave me motion sickness. Hell yeah! I know a while ago someone else. Say I was at an open mic and someone yelled out 12 Years a Slave. I was like, what the fuck? They don't have Halloween decorations for that movie? And what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, another thing about that kind of stuff is that those kind of movies is I am not a big fan of musicals either. Not a big fan of musicals, which makes sense that I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah, yeah, love that. You know, Happy Pride Month. Yes, yes. But I think they should come up with maybe like an updated version, like do remakes, like an updated version for like Gen Zs. Yeah, they should just go and ruin that one. Yeah. So instead of having Tim Curry be a trans from transsexual Transylvania, they'll have him be a pansexual from polyamorous Pennsylvania. I think that would work out well. Yeah, and to watch a lot of these movies that I like watching, I stream everything on the Roku. Anybody have the Roku? Yeah, yeah. I heard some rumors this year that they were going to come out with a version for conservatives. Yeah, apparently it's just called Coup. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's what's crazy. What's going on, you know, with in Trump land and all the like January 6th stuff. Yeah, just imagine if you're in like 2004, and then all of a sudden a time traveler came from the future, and then they just said to you, "Oh, did you know in the future Dick Cheney's daughter is going to be trying to protect democracy?" Be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, go home, time traveler. You're drunk, okay? Speaking of Dick Cheney, what are you going to do? Like, give me some weapons of mass destruction also? You going to shoot me in the face while you're at it? Yeah, 2004 references. Okay. No, I know, and I don't like to get too political with my comedy either. But that was a joke. Okay, but but you know, I was just recently, go on Instagram and just kind of watching everybody argue about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Yeah, and they're just kind of like miscommunicating and misunderstanding each other when they're arguing with each other. They're just not getting each other, you know? Like recently, someone, yeah, they're just not getting each other. Like someone recently accused me of being anti-Semitic. Woo! Oh, whoa! And I was like, no, dude, I was talking about food. I said I was pro hummus. Oh man! Oh my God! Yeah, I know. And then there's all these pro-Palestine protests kind of popping up everywhere, and obviously I'm pretty much in agreement on things. I'm really not about Netanyahu and his policies and stuff. Well, we'll leave it at that. But it's just kind of interesting, like. Just about, what was I going to say about this? But just like, just about, how I was just noticing at the, a while ago at the St. Patrick's Day parade, I just noticed that I was kind of like looking at photos, and then they were at the, I just noticed that the Palestinian protesters were like at the event. They just keep popping up at like smaller and smaller events. They kind of become like the Where's Waldo of every event. I'm kind of like, oh, wow, there they are. There they are. I'm just worried, like, I don't know, I just feel like the next celebration I go to, they're just going to end up like, they're just going to end up like showing up. And they're just going to be like, oh, did you know while you guys are celebrating, Americans are funding genocide. And I'm going to be like, okay, but this is my mom's retirement party. What are you guys doing here? What are you guys doing here? The Meckel is that way. Oh my God. All right, and I'll get out of here on this before I introduce the next comedian. And I like following a lot of the kind of the local news and gossip in the city. Like I heard rumors that in the northwest suburbs that they were going to be what was going to happen here? That they were going to be that in Arlington Heights, they were going to be taking over other parts of the northwest suburbs, basically. They're going to be expanding over into other territories, taking over other parts of the suburbs without permission. And I think that's really messed up. I think we got to go and protest, because we got a free Palatine. Okay. All right, thank you for my time. All right. So the next comedian we're going to bring up, very funny. Seen her a lot at different open mics. Give it up for Brett Sockmeister.